It's quite motivating to see the name on the leaderboard, and I believe that I was finished 10th in this competition. Don't try to think too much about the model. Think about the data. Data cleanup and understanding the data is the most important thing than understanding your model. The model comes secondary. Once you get your data right, applying the model and fine-tuning the model is basically a few lines of code. It's quite motivating to see the name on the leaderboard, and I believe that I was finished 10th in this competition, which is a pretty good achievement, I believe. So it basically puts into, when you put it in perspective, it shows that whatever has been learned and delivered in the last 6 months, has had some effect on me, and I could utilize whatever was taught in a good way. So basically, I realized that the data cleaning and the exploratory data analysis is one of the more critical things. Usually, when I look at these kind of problems, I always go a little bit ahead of myself and just go and say, okay, let me try to put the algorithms in work. And I tried that as out of curiosity, and then I think it was really bad because I think I got some. I didn't see that the accuracy was pretty good. Then I knew what I was supposed to do, so I just went back to the basics and worked on getting the EDA correct. Yes, so initially I had to choose upon a couple of algorithms. If I'm not wrong, yes, I think I used GBM algorithms, and I used random forest algorithms. And at the stage where I got stuck in, on the first day, I just had run through most of the algorithms, and then I literally didn't have much time to tune the algorithms. So that's where it finished off. I just stopped, and by the time I managed to tune all of them, and I didn't get much time to work on the algorithms. But the initial algorithms which I wrote were I had around 79% accuracy. I boosted up to 84% accuracy by, I think if I'm not wrong, worked on the data back again. So it is basically going back and grouping all the data, binning all the data, and applying going back to the data cleanup procedures. So basically I was in the stage of getting back all the data cleanup right, and then getting into the model boosting. So the model tuning, I didn't spend too much time on it. So that's where I stopped at the model data cleanup and just applying the initial models. And that's where it was. And then I had to choose the right variables, or what I thought was not the important variables, and beyond that point of time. So model tuning was not, I would say, not good. And I knew that was where I lost out on. Challenging part of that hackathon was, the time. It's if I had more time, it's something. It's just a time. If it was more time, then it would have been much better. Because I had to do everything in 2 days, it was like feeling the pressure and trying to get everything done within 2 days. At least there was an expectation from your side saying that if you reach 88%, then or you passed 88% to I cannot remember what it was, but at least you had a minimum expectation of 88%. So we know that benchmark would be 88%. So that's what when we start off, we saw that, okay, we are at 80% or 81% or 82%. And then I had to start pushing myself to try to boost up. And then you reach a plateau at around 84. That's where, you think that something's, you need to work more on this model tuning, but it's more of time, because that was the limiting factor there. I would say a weekly experience. You're basically you're doing everything by yourself, in the sense that you're not competing against anyone. You're just applying your own knowledge, and you're applying what you learned. And it's not like you're expecting to see yourself put on a leaderboard and trying to compare how the other person is doing. So, but here there was something like, there's a leaderboard and there's someone else also working on the same project at the same time, having the same data set, and the challenge was there to come in the top whatever 1, 2, 3 possible. But that's where that was the difference here. It was mostly the time as well as you had a goal. Actually, for this hackathon, I kind of what I did was I tried to apply packages that I didn't learn in the Great Learning Course one or in this course. I tried to apply packages which were completely new to me, which is one thing I did for two things. One is just so that I can practice those, and others I wouldn't get a time to practice them again. So there were some packages called caret packages which have the machine learning algorithm, and it's very simple to execute. But I was doing it for the first time on that, and that's what I learned using the caret package, because I know the execution, the coding is very easy on, the way much simpler to code on caret package compared to other, but it was the first time I learned, and first time I used it as well. And that's what I learned actually on this. But other thing is the importance of data cleanup and the way you've been, it's all about exploratory data analysis. I think probably if I had to do this again, I would spend maybe 50 to 75% of my time on my data and just run 25% of my time on my algorithms. And also I realized that my computer is not good enough for handling big data if I'm running a big algorithm. So the other thing which I would like to explore is try to use this web cloud-based services, which I kind of got a subscription and to see if it works any faster. Again, I don't had any time to look and run through this algorithms there, but that's something which I would learn as well. The advice would be don't try to think too much about the model. Think about the data, and data cleanup and understanding the data is the most important thing than understanding your model. The model comes secondary. Once you get your data right, applying the model and fine-tuning the model is basically a few lines of code and having a faster computer, I would say. But otherwise, it's just, I would say it's understanding your data. That's the first thing that I would say for this kind of hackathons.